I'm Captain Stephen Kessling at Adventure Charters, and now we're going to cook our freshly caught Dungeness crab. We've got our crab here. They've all been cleaned ahead of time. Then they've been rinsed both inside and outside. They have no guts in them at all. This is the pan that we're going to use. In this pan here we've got 9 cups of water, and we also have 9 heaping tablespoons of salt in it. Seems like a lot of salt in the water, but not that much of the salt actually goes into the crab, and we're also not boiling the crab. We're not going to immerse it. We're going to get this water boiling really hot here. Once it's boiling hot, we're going to put all the crab in there at once, and we're going to put a lid over it. The crab juices are going to combine with the salt water and make a foam. The foam rises up all the way until the foam is completely covering the crab. Once the foam is covering the crab, we need to put the lid slightly ajar. We need to turn the heat down so that the water won't overboil. And once the foam is covering the crab, we start a timer and we cook the crab covered in foam for exactly 12 minutes. And then we dump it out and give it a little rinse in cold water to stop the cooking process. So, as the crab gets hotter and hotter, you have to progressively adjust the flame and the lid both. Because initially when the crab's cold, it takes more heat to keep the same amount of foam up. But as the crab gets hotter and hotter, then you have to turn the heat down a little bit and use the lid ajar a little bit. You just don't want to overboil the water. If we boil too much out of there, it'll get a starched, burnt taste to it. Okay, the crab is finished. We have used cold water to just cool it down a little bit, not to make it cold, but just enough to stop the cooking process. It's really important not to overcook the crab. If you cook it too much, the crab meat tends to shrink down inside the shell, get smaller, and it really loses its sweetness. So we've steamed it. Once the foam covered the crab, we went 12 minutes, then we pulled it off and we cooled it down. Now we'll take the crab and we'll take it apart in sections. So the body meat will come apart in sections, just like an orange, so that we get a leg and we get one section of body meat with each leg. Makes it easier to eat. This crab is still pretty hot. And then, of course, each crab leg comes with its own crab picker, the tool that we use to remove the meat out of the body and to remove the meat out of the joint of the crab. Hey, come on over. Come on over.